About a man who comes from one of the poorest places in the world in the grips of a brutal civil war. Now, he just happens to be a pro football player, and you'll see him on NBC tomorrow night in the season opener as his Vikings take on the world champion Saints in New Orleans. His name is Madieu Williams, and our own Ron Allen has retraced his story all the way to Sierra Leone in West Africa, where he goes to give back.
Madieu Williams has come home to a school he built in a poor community in Sierra Leone.
I see a lot of myself in his children and give them an opportunity. The sky's the limit.
He's brought volunteers from a group called Healing Hands and a friend and fellow football player to Quell Jackson. Handing out basic school supplies. Most classes often don't have books. Most students never finish grade school.
It's emotional to see this kid so bright and eager and excited and happy.
Dentists came too. For most kids, their first visit.
It's going to be okay, baby. I promise you.
This is my street.
Williams was born in this war-ravaged nation. 10 years of civil war. Infrastructure destroyed. More than half live on about $1 per day. Now, Williams is a star football player. Number 20 on the Minnesota Vikings, but never far from his roots. You said you don't want to be defined by football.
Yeah, it doesn't last long. The acronym NFL, not for long, and for the most part...
That's what NFL stands for.
Well, in the locker room, at least, that's what it is.
I never knew that.
But at the end of the day, I have other interests outside of football. Take a look at it.
Williams left Sierra Leone for the U.S. when he was 9.
Yeah,
that's not much.
No.
He says his family, especially his mother, a nurse, who he lost at just 45, taught him compassion. He named his school for her.
To keep her memory alive. I know that's something that she would wanted.
The Madieu Williams Center for Global
He
Health.
further honored her by giving $2 million to the University of Maryland, his alma mater.
It's priceless. The amount of lives that's going to be affected for a lifetime.
His endowment will fund education and healthcare research to help places like Sierra Leone.
Is that her?
It will also bring more volunteers, like Dr. Jaime Flores, a plastic surgeon, here examining Zaina, 13, disfigured by a tooth infection, abandoned by her family.
We have 6 dentists for 6 million people.
How difficult is it to be here?
It's disappointing knowing the lack of resources.
More than 40% of children here never see the age of 5. Williams has accomplished quite a bit, but if you ask him, he'll tell you this is really just the beginning. He wants to build more schools for higher grades, so that kids like this have a chance to go all the way through high school. Back at the hospital, Flores performs a routine procedure to give Zaina relief. And that football player and friend of Williams is so moved by the suffering, he makes this promise to Zaina.
I'm going to make it my personal business when I get back to see to it that that girl has an education. And that's my word.
5 times 2.
Essentially, the same promise Madieu Williams has made to the children of Sierra Leone. Ron Allen, NBC News, Calabar Town, Sierra Leone.
And Madieu Williams and his teammates take on the Saints tomorrow night. For now, for us, that's our broadcast for this Wednesday night. Thank you for being here with us. I'm Brian Williams. We hope to see you back here tomorrow evening. Good night.